There's more to Chris's recent decline in popularity than just Matt Roloff and Karen Chandler discussing their own nuptials, of course. There's some visible conflict among the women. Matt and Chris became close while working on Amy's wedding plans. Fans of Little People, Big World claim that Chris Merrick and Amy Roloff are acting too much for the cameras as they return for another season. Although Matt's ex didn't like it, TLC fans thought it was really nice at the time. Since their boyfriends are best friends, Karen and Amy are forced to spend a lot of unpleasant time together, despite her persistent nagging of her husband about it for a few seasons. Supporters think that everything is a little false. This occasion, after two notable events, Chris Merrick, who was once well-liked by Little People's huge world followers, lost their favor. Hey guys, it's Olivia. Hope you are well. Please do subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. He experienced two events. He started by working the pumpkin season first. Second, Matt Roloff surprised Amy Roloff by saying that if he died, she would inherit the property. And a lot of people now believe Chris will stop at nothing to keep getting paid by TLC, including posing for the cameras. A Reddit member was confused about how many small people, large world supporters, turned against Chris. It seems so clear to me that Amy and Chris are both playing to the camera, and Amy is very obviously in on it, guys. The user wrote in their caption, "They're trying to spark interest in an adult-only program without Zach, Tori, and company, which is why I'm shocked by all of the rage directed towards Chris. The entire thing is staged to appear dramatic and heated. Given Amy's past behavior, it is unlikely that he would have gotten involved if she had been really angry or disapproved of Matt and Chris's antics. It's not that serious, and they joke around about it so much that you can tell they're in on it together." In the comments section, several TLC viewers expressed the opinion that the show might be about more than simply Chris Merrick and Amy Roloff trying to turn up the drama. A few. However, since Chris felt compelled to pursue Amy, perhaps Matt Roloff finds himself in a similar situation. After reading the article, the conversation over Little People, Big World got very heated. TLC fans' comments may be seen here. This season of the program would be about Chris refusing to interact with others in the same way that Amy does because he feels that life is already too boring. What if Chris told Matt and Karen he didn't want to talk? It's highly likely that Amy has set limits on when and how she would engage with the cheaters in person. For the hook, they therefore needed his assistance. Since Amy never seems to mind when he teases her, I genuinely believe he's doing this for her. As far as I can tell, he makes an effort not to say anything that would offend her greatly. And if you look closely, you can see that he cleverly feeds it back to Matt. If Amy didn't seem to hate Matt so much, I think she would not have married Chris at the farm. Moreover, if Chris were my spouse, we would not be hanging around. I also think Amy is desperate for Chris to adore her and that he is playing her. How do you feel about the conflict between Matt Roloff and Karen Chandler, as well as Amy Roloff and Chris Merrick? Do you think that everyone is performing for the cameras only sans Tori and Zach? Or do you think that it's just two men having fun together and dancing around their girlfriend, as that's what Zach and Tori Roloff actually do in real life? After more than 20 years of development, the stars of the hit television series Little People, Big World are leaving the show at the end of its 25th season. The show's primary focus initially was on Amy Roloff and her ex-husband Matt Roloff's marriage. Though Zach, Tori, and their 3 children are the main focus of the present plot, all 4 Roloff children, Jeremy, Jacob, Molly, and Zach, have made appearances on the show over the years. Eventually, the couple got divorced and began dating other people. As season 25 begins, Zach and Tori prepare to leave Little People, Big World, and deal with significant family issues. Although there were multiple indications that Zach and Tori wouldn't be returning to the program, their departure from it shouldn't come as a surprise. Amy and Matt's divorce, which had a significant impact on their 4 children, has been documented in Little People, Big World. Zach, the popular character from Little People, Big World, had emergency surgery lately to address a health issue that kept coming up due to his dwarfism. Since the show's 26th premiere, Zach has been a regular cast member as one of Matt and Amy's children. The show has followed Zach's journey to become a father, including his union with Tori and the arrival of their 3 children, Josiah, who is 10 months old, Lila, who is 3 years old, and Jackson, who is 5 years old. A few days before the start of Little People, Big World Season 25, Zach sadly had emergency surgery and ended up in the hospital. Jackson's efforts to help his father rehabilitate were rather touching. It was obvious that Zach's family would prefer to focus on his health than on the camera. Zach was the sole child of Amy and Matt, who did not get along with his parents and was left on Little People, Big World. After Matt abruptly removed the family property from the market and Zach made an offer to buy it, everything went crazy and the other 3 children perished young. Zach admitted that the relationship between his father and son had become very strained. Since Matt started dating Karen Chandler, a longtime family employee, things had gotten so bad that Matt was not allowed to watch Zach and Tori's children. In 2006, Zach made his reality TV debut as a teenager. Amy, Matt, and Zach's experiences with dwarfism are detailed in the book Little People, Big World. What I am aware of is appearing on TV when filming Little People, Big World. Zach mentioned that during the process, Tori got to know him and they were married. After that, their journey began over with the birth of their 3 children. Filming with children is difficult, so it was only a matter of time until Zach and Tori decided that enough was enough and that they should stop. According to Tori, our lives have ended with that chapter, as she stated in a recent edition of the podcast Raising Heights with Zach. I do believe that it was time for us to move on because I personally did not want to hate your family. Tori commented, given the amount of family strife that occurred, it's surprising that Zach and Tori didn't leave the program sooner. Zach and Tori discussed their desire to avoid pressuring their children to participate in the program. Even though Zach and the kids seem to be having a great time riding scooters in the home in a recent episode of Little People, Big World Season 25, shooting with kids isn't always easy. The couple mentioned that their firstborn son Jackson had already begun to show signs of not wanting to be engaged in the process when discussing how challenging it is to shoot with kids on that same podcast episode. Tori brought this up. As the kids got older, it should have been obvious that the family could not make frequent appearances on the show. Tori and Zach, however, made it clear that they did not hold their kids accountable for their decision to cancel the show. Despite the difficulties Zach and Tori encountered, like Zach's disagreement with his father, Matt, during the filming process, they also highlighted the advantages of the experience, such as the fun times they had with the individuals they met along the way and the advantages they received as reality TV stars. Since they are content with their time working on the show, the two might return to Little People, but that won't happen until Zach and Matt have worked out their differences. Put an end to their argument. Let us know in the comments. And stay tuned by subscribe to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you. Bye.